Hey guys, it's Maymay, and today we continue our ATC March Motivation Challenge. And today I'm going to get to play with some new stuff, and I'm really excited about it. This stamp set, for example, this is our new Scripture Club set for the month, and it is called God is on the Move, and I love, love, love this set. I have been holding it all week to be able to play with it. And the next thing is this just came in yesterday, and I'm in love with this paper. It's called Flower Market. This is Echo Park. I'm going to use the 6x6. I don't know if the 12x12 is in yet, but it's on its way if it's not. But I think the papers are so cute, and they just really lend themselves to this little Volkswagen, to me anyway, to this little car. So I'm also going to do some of my other favorite stuff, which is paper piecing. Now, because I'm going to paper piece, I'm only going to make 2 of these ATCs. This is going to be time intensive and labor intensive, so that's why I'm only going to make 2 of these. But I want to see what paper I want my little car to be, so I'm going to flip through here and look and see which one really says little doodle bug, because we call these doodle bugs, or punch buggies. Any of you guys play punch buggy? If you have boys, you've probably had a rousing game of punch buggy in your car while riding down the road. A wooden one, that would be cute, like a little oh, what were those called back in the day? What were those called? Oh, what were the cars that had the wood on them? I cannot remember. Oh, a little plaid one would be cute. A little buffalo check one. It'll come to me in a minute. I think they used to call them woodies. I love the floral idea for the car. So, oh, or the pink stripe would be cute. Oh my goodness. I might use that for my background though. All right, I think I know which one I'm going to use. I just want to make sure I don't miss anything. Look at the little truck. Ooh, black and white buffalo check. I don't know. I think I'm not going to use that one. I think I know which one it is. Okay, it's this one. It's the very first page I looked at. You know how you have to look at all of them, even when you end up using the very first one. So let me take this page out without, I tell you what, I'm going to take it from the inside so I don't mess my pad up. I'm going to take it from this one. Where's that one? Went too far. Here it is. Okay, so I think I can get it out of here easier. Look, I've already messed that one up anyway. All right, there we go. So I need this for the car. Then I want to paper piece this little back piece here. And I think I'm going to paper piece the wheels as well. Maybe not, but I think I am. But I want to paper piece that little bit. And I think maybe that green color would be a cute one to do that with. Let me find that. That'd be a good accent color there. So I'm going to take that piece out as well. Actually, I think I've already got that piece that has come loose. No, but this is cute. I'm going to do that one on the back. So that's the green. And I think that'll do for paper piecing. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to stamp this little guy twice. All right, I'm going to use some VersaFine Onyx Black here. I'm going to ink this little guy up. It's so cute. I can see myself using this little doodle bug 1,000 times. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and stamp it here. I might make 2 of these cars like opposite of each other to use all of the paper. So make one of the cars in this and one of the backs in this, and then switch them up. I think that would be cute. So let's go ahead and stamp this one as well. Now let me show you what I cut here. I cut the little convertible top here. I cut the body of the car here, and then I cut the centers of the wheels because I thought that would be cute to add too. So now I'm going to do the same thing with this guy, and then we'll kind of mix them up. So here's my little doodle bugs all cut out. I'm going to move them out of the way. Now I'm going to do something just because I think it needs it. I'm going to stamp the car 2 more times, or just the wheels, on some black because I want to do black tires. So I'll show you. I'm just going to ink this up right here. All I need are the tires. I'm not really trying to get the whole thing. And I'm going to stamp it onto some black scrap cardstock that I have. And I'll be able to see it. You can see that pretty good. But I'm going to cut the tires out as well so I can get little black tires. And I think I'm even going to do some silver for the very inner ring. We'll see about that. There we go. Now I'm going to cut those tires out. So after I got everything cut, I decided I wanted another little paper piece part. And what I'm going to do is cut these little, what are those called? Fenders. The fender wells. Is that what they're called? I think so. I think it just needs one more little piece. And you can see why I'm only going to do a couple of these. This is time consuming to do the paper piecing and stuff. And the other cool thing is this. I haven't talked about this much with the paper or with the ATCs. But sometimes it's really cool to have one-offs and two-ofs and not mass produce. I know I've been doing a lot more mass producing, but that's because I'm participating in a very large swap. Sometimes it's better to just do one-off ATCs. That's kind of the point of them, unless you're doing a series where they what's the word, complement each other, not where they're just a series of the same thing over and over again. So if you're just doing ones and twos of something, that's even better, really, because when a person receives it, it's more special because there's not, a bunch of those out there. So if you're just going to make one or two of something, it makes perfect sense. I'm doing it because I'm trying to get plenty to be able to send out to folks. And I'm going to need to do some more mass producing ones too, so I can have more to send out, because doing ones and twos won't get me enough. So there's a fender well. Is that a front or back? That's a back. So there's our fender well. I'm going to cut out 4 of those. So now that I have all my pieces cut, I'm going to take a Sharpie. You can use whatever black marker you've got. This one was just handy. And from the back of my piece to the front, I'm going to run this Sharpie down the edge, and that will make it look like a perfect cut, even though there's no way you're going to have perfect slices every time. It just kind of hides any of the imperfections on your cut and just makes it match the little black stamped line. Now here's the thing. Make sure you use the marker from the back to the front and not the front to the back. If you slip, you want to slip on the back side of your image, not the front. So if I were to come around this corner and say slip down, it would go to the back of the page and it would never hinder the front, which I just did. I just slipped right there. Can't really see it, but it did. So I'm going to run around all my little pieces and just kind of clean them all up like that. Especially the big ones, because that's where I typically see more where I missed it. Also, I wanted to tell you, I cut the headlight off on this little guy, and I did it on purpose. The way I'm going to lay this out on my ATC, I needed a little bit of room at the front. So by cutting that little headlight off, I'm going to get it. And I don't think anybody's really going to notice in the end that doesn't have a headlight, because it's not going to be dark when somebody's looking at it. So they won't be like, oh, I can't see, there's no light. So I'm going to color all the edges, and we will get right back together. Okay, now I'm going to do something maybe a little different. I don't know. This may not be how you paper piece, but it's how I'm going to. Normally, you would stamp your image one more time, and then you would fill in the spaces with the colored pieces you cut out, kind of like coloring. But I don't have to do that because I've basically cut the entire car out all by itself. So what I'm going to do is just glue this straight down to some paper. You could glue this straight down to your ATC. I'm not going to. I'll show you why. I want to pop it up a little bit. Again, this is one of those make a fuss ATCs. We're really spending some time on it. So I'm going to start by gluing down my little doodle bug. I'm going to do one here, and then I'm going to go ahead and do one above it because I'm going to be cutting these out. So go ahead and glue these all at one time. All right, I'm going to give myself plenty of room for tires. So I'm going to go up here and just lay that down. Now this is where I want to alternate. So this little piece that normally fits here, I don't want to use it there. I want to bring it down here and use it on the other one so I get the little kind of quilted feel of a little doodle bug. So see, it'll be different on the back. So if this one's convertible was up, it would have a little green convertible, which I think would be really cute. And then I'm just going to place that in, and it'll fit because I have paper pieced and left the room for it. So see how it just fits right in there, just nestles right in? Oh, that's so cute. All right, let's do this one. I know when I finish, I'm going to wish I had one of these cars because they would be so cute to drive, wouldn't they? All right, and then I'm going to put some glue back here. Stick that little convertible down. Look how precious that is. All right, now let's do the wheels and the tires. So I'm going to add a wheel to each one. Just going to lay that into the little hole for it. If it doesn't fit perfectly, don't worry. You can take a marker and hide anywhere. See that little gap right there? Look, I can take one of my markers. I'll use this one. Especially if you have a fine tip marker, just get right in there and color the space in, and it will go right away. I didn't even get all the way to the edge. I'm trying to do this from behind it without getting over it. There we go. It goes right away. So I'm going to put all the wheels on. Then the centers of the wheels. This is what will really dress up this little wheel. It's pretty plain now, just being black. But when I add the little center pieces, it'll really start to pop. Now remember, I cut these little pieces out in alternate colors, like I cut this color for this one. That's the center of the very center of the wheel now, so it'll alternate on the cars. So I'm going to use the color of the top doodlebug for the middle of this wheel. Look at that. Oh, that is cute. And then I'm going to use the floral print for the center of this wheel. So that's how you kind of get that little quilted look, or the little mix match. Oh, that is the cutest thing in the world. Okay. And then this center, we'll go ahead and put some glue here for the other one. Get these stuck down in there. I think that is adorable. And wait till we put the little fender wheels on. Now the fender wheels are going to be the same on both cars. So I'm going to come right here and put some glue in. I don't want to over glue it because I don't want it to go everywhere. Look at this. And I'm even going to let that kind of lay over that wheel just a tiny bit. It's fine. Oh my gosh, this is the cutest car ever. And then this one. Oh my word, those little doodlebugs are cute. Okay, now I'm going to do something that's a little bit different. I don't want to paper piece all these tiny little sections in here. So I'm going to take just a black pen, and anywhere I want to color in to kind of give it a little more definition, like the windshield bar, I'm going to color that in to kind of make that a little darker. It would probably be chrome normally, but I'm going to do it in the black just to give it a little bit of boldness. Right here. I'm going to leave the mirror. I'm not going to color the mirror. I'm going to color in the little door handle. And I'm going to color in the seat. So this is a way to make it look like I've even done more paper piecing. But these tiny little pieces, instead of cutting out, you know, black for the leather seat or what have you, I'm just going to color it in with my marker. And you'll never know the difference. And we didn't have to do all that tiny, tiny cutting. But adding those details, see how that's really making it pop? Adding those little details. There's a little stripe here I'm going to color in. One here. Be careful with this and take your time because you've done a lot of work and you do not want to slip and mess this up. Do the little steering wheel. And I'm using a very fine tip pen for this. And now I'm going to do this one the same. Look how cute those look. I love them. Now I just need to do one last cutting, and that is just to cut them out of the cardstock all the way around. This is a step you don't have to do if you stamp the image down and then just kind of fill in the image with your cut pieces on your surface that you're working on. But I want to pop this little guy up on foam, so I wanted him to be his own image. And if paper piecing and fussy cutting is not your thing, I totally get it. I love to do it. But if it's not your thing, you can just color the car. You could watercolor it. You could use your markers, your colored pencils. You could even use crayons. And then you could still have a cute little colorful car. Just maybe paper piecing isn't your thing. But I challenge you to try it. It's super fun. And you get a really cool image, a cool finish. And I'll tell you something else. If you're not into paper piecing, and you want, not paper piercing, paper piecing, and you want to give it a try, I suggest dig into your stash, find some images that are large images. Don't try doing it on your tiniest images first. That's where a lot of people get a little discouraged when you try to do it on like little teeny tiny images. You have so many small things to cut out. This one has pretty large pieces, so it's real easy to do. So that's why I don't mind paper piecing something like this. And cutting it out on the final part like this is so easy because I'm taking my scissors at an angle and I'm kind of letting it go under the cardstock. So it's easy to cut this out. I'm not having to be so meticulous. Now I'm not putting this on a white background, so I want to make sure I get all of the white gone that I can. And any that I can't get gone, I can use my marker and do the same thing I did. Look at that cute thing. Oh, that's adorable. This would be so cute for scrapbooking, for planners. If you have a planner, wouldn't this be a cute one to put in there? It'd be so cute. With my little doodlebugs there, I need to do another little stamp, and I'll show you which one it is. I want to stamp the little banner piece, which will have my sentiment for the ATC in it. So I need to get 2 of those. Now I'm going to go ahead and stamp the sentiment inside of them as well. Let me see which one I'm going to use. I think I'm going to use the one that says "Put God in the driver's seat." I think it's cute and it'll fit right in there like that. That will be adorable. All right. A little more cutting for me. I'm going to cut the banner out. I'm not going to keep the little antenna piece. I'll show you why. I am going to stamp the antenna for me to make life easier. I'm either going to stamp it or draw it in. I think I can draw it in just as easy, and I won't have to try to cut around that tiny little antenna. Because if you haven't noticed, this little banner hangs off the antenna for the little doodlebug, and looks like it's, you know, flying in the breeze as the little car's driving by. Now for what I think is going to be my favorite part, deciding what paper is going to be the background for my little ATC. Now, I did decide to do something that I think will be cute. That's cute, isn't it? I want to make sure that everything will pop on it. Oh, that's kind of cute. All right, I kind of like the stripe. Let's keep that in mind. I don't want to use these because I already did. Oh, look, I could use the back of this for the stripe. Might do that. Let's pull that one out. Then I'm not wasting anything. Let's see, there's a pale pink. pale blue or pale green. That's kind of cute too. It really pops on that green. All right, let's keep that in mind. I'm going to use this. I'm going to take this out. I'll show you how I'm going to use it. You know I have to use the wood grain, right? Do I want this? Is this too busy? See, some of you are going to be like, yes, use that. And some of you are like, no, that's too busy. And I think I'm in the too busy crowd. Let's keep looking. Oh, this though. Oh, that's kind of cute. All right, I'm going to pull that one out since it's already come loose. Let's just keep looking to be sure we've looked at everything. This is what takes the longest for me, picking paper. I really want to use this, but I just don't think it will do what I don't know. That's kind of cute, actually. Should I do one of each? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Okay, I've looked at all the papers. I think I'm going to go with this one for the background of my ATC. So let me cut that. So I need to cut this into 2.5 by 3.5 because I want this to cover the whole ATC. This one I'm not matting like I have been doing. And I want this to run this way. By the way, these that I'm making today are going to be landscape orientation, where I have been doing all vertical. These guys are going to be in this direction, and I want that stripe to go in that direction as well. All right, so 3.5. Oh, that's already there. By 2.5. So this is the full size of my ATC. And now we can start to, oh no, I need my trimmer still. Okay, I want to show you what I was going to do. So this paper that is the wood grain paper, I'm going to use the wood grain and make a little road out of it. But I need to look and see how much road I want. Will one piece be enough? Or do I need 2 little pieces? Let's just see. So I know it's wood grain, but it's going to kind of look like a road when I put that down. Oh, I think I need 2 pieces just for the width of the tires. Let's just see. We can always trim it down. I'm going to cut away this first little bit that I won't need right here. Then I'm going to cut 2 here and then 2 right past it. Because I won't be able to get 3.5 inches twice on this 6-inch piece. So I'm going to need 2 of these. Okay. So there's that. So where this is going to live is going to be right down here. And I need to make a little mark real quick. So that's going to be like that. Let me do a little test run here. This little guy is going to be like this. And then this little guy is going to be here. So I really need to place this little guy first and then this. Isn't that cute? I think I'm going to draw my antenna instead of trying to stamp it because I think I can get this done a lot easier that way. So I'm just going to glue all of this down. I'm really loving how this one's turning out. Each one is more fun than the next. I'm telling you. Even let's see, not yesterday's, but what would have been Wednesday's ATCs with the watercoloring. I was like, Brenda came in and I was like, hey, I watercolored yesterday. She's like, I'm so proud of you. She had already seen the ATCs though, because we had them for the thumbnail. We were getting ready to take the picture for them. And she was like, they're so cute. I saw them. So I'm even watercoloring. All right. So a little more glue here. Put my little wood road down. If you wanted to, you could put little dash lines. You could draw little dash lines on here. I don't really think I need to. I think you get the idea that it's kind of a road. And just trim this away with my scissors. So I've got my road in place. And now this little guy I want to pop up on top of this road. But I think I'm going to glue this down first so I can see exactly where to put it. And I'm not going to pop this up. It's so small, I'm afraid that if I pop it up, it might get caught on something and kind of rip off. So I'm just going to glue it straight down. You guys, how stinking cute is this? I apologize for working to one side today. I just noticed that. I apologize. I try to stay in the middle, but looks like I've been to one side most of this video. All right. It's just because I have my camera set up a little different today. I'll make sure not to do that again. All right, so there's that. Now let's get the foam. Now I'm going to add a little art glitter glue to the back of this foam just as a precaution. You don't really need that, but sometimes I like to do that. And then this little guy, I'm going to line it up where I can put my antenna right there. I think that's a good spot. So he's pretty close to the edge. So you can see now why I couldn't have the headlight. It would hang off. Do you guys see how cute this is? Is it just me? That's adorable. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, real quick, I'm going to do the backers for these. If you would like to get this little printable that I'm using on the back of my ATCs, there is a PDF in the description of this video that you can go grab and print. Okay, so I titled them, numbered them. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these. Remember, these are the ones that I cut out and showed you guys how to cut out, and I told you I wanted to use as many of them as I could. I'm going to glue this down to this, and then I'm going to glue down my little ATC to the front of this. And that way, I'll have a little more stability. It won't just be the cardstock itself. It could be. You could just use the cardstock. That's not a problem. But I'm going to make it a little bit thicker by doing it this way. So there's one. All right, now these guys are going to get glued straight down to here. And these are cut the same size, so I won't have a border. It'll go directly down on top of that piece. Any that doesn't match up, I can trim off with my scissors. Y'all, I'm loving this little ATC. It is so cute. But you know I'm not done. I still got one more thing to do. Oh, I have two more things to do. Got that glued down. I'm going to take my pen and I'm going to draw my antenna. So from here to here to here. Now, I might regret this, but I want a crystal glaze, especially the windows. Let me see how it looks with just the windows done. I'm going to stop there. I was tempted to do the whole car, which would be super cute. You can totally do that if you want. But I think I'm going to stop there. I don't want to take a chance of messing these up. I spent all that time. And I have a tendency to cover something in crystal glaze and then sit it right where I damage it. And I don't want to do that. So there they are. There's my two little paper-pieced Volkswagens. That is the cutest thing in the world. I love this one. I cannot wait to see who gets these. If you would like to participate in our March Motivation Challenge, which is a non-swap of ATCs, check out the blog post that is linked below. And by the way, we're doing a playlist of these videos for you guys, and we are also putting all of them in the same blog post as well. So if you go to that blog post, you're going to see all the videos I've done so far. All right, guys, have a great one. Talk to you again real soon. Bye-bye.